Hi, I am a teacher in the Vista Unified School District. Tonight we are going to talk about Getting to Know the Common Core Part 1, which focuses on college and career readiness and the Common Core reading standards. This is the framework for the future in Vista Unified School District. On the page, you will see the vision, mission, and values that clarifies our goals and how we work together across the school district. I'll give you a few seconds to read over them. First, let me show you a video that demonstrates what we are up against in regards to education.
Stop. Can you feel it? The forces that shape our lives are shifting. Forces that will affect our quality of life, our economic prosperity, our standing in the world. Change has happened, and it is up to our children to keep up. In the next 5 minutes, 39 babies will be born in the U.S., 155 babies will be born in China, and 260 babies will be born in India. China's students rank highest in the world in reading, mathematics, and science. Our students rank 14th, 24th, and 20th. India has more honor students than we have students. At least 18 nations have overall higher student test scores. And there is trouble at home. 42% of U.S. employers find high school grads unprepared for jobs. 30 to 40% of grads are unprepared for entry-level college work. That means we don't have enough qualified graduates to fill good jobs, professional jobs, high-tech jobs, blue-collar jobs, jobs that help raise a family. It means U.S. employers must cast a broader net for workers. So our kids will be competing for jobs against students from Shanghai, Stockholm, Singapore, and beyond.
The conversation is, what skills will our students need to compete in the global market? They will need to be able to read, write, and do math at higher levels than we have asked them to do in the past. They will also need to be able to use technology and to work together with other students. Next, we're going to show you a video that will go more in depth into these areas.
What do our kids need to catch up? Better reading and comprehension skills, better writing and communication skills, the ability to apply math concepts to everyday life, and strong foundations in science and technology. Our kids also need higher order skills, creativity and innovation, analytical thinking, problem solving, and the ability to work well with different kinds of people. Wow, where do we start?
Where do we start? Well, first, we're going to look at the 3 key shifts in California for moving toward the Common Core standards. The first shift is building knowledge through content-rich nonfiction and informational text. The second shift is reading and writing grounded in evidence from text. The third shift is regular practice with complex text and its academic vocabulary. For right now, we are going to focus on the shift around nonfiction and informational text. As you can see on this chart, the amount of informational text that students will be reading in the classroom increases across the grade level. By the time students are in 4th grade, they will be reading 50% literary text and 50% informational text. Once they are in 12th grade, the informational text increases to 70%. Why the shift towards informational text? In elementary schools, the previous standard, students were asked to read very little informational text, between 7 and 15%. 80% of the reading in college and the workforce is informational. Informational text is more difficult for students to comprehend than narrative text. What students can read in the terms of complexity is the greatest predictor of success in college. The gap between complexity of high school and college text is very large. The Common Core state standards focus on college and career readiness. To create the Common Core state standards, they started with college and career readiness and worked backwards through the grade levels to create standards of what is expected at each grade. We are going to look specifically at the reading standards. We are going to take a look at the Reading for Informational Text Anchor Standard 1. In this anchor standard, students are asked to cite specific textual evidence and support their conclusions. This is extremely important as we have not asked this of our students in the past. Now let's look at how this anchor standard progresses through each grade level. At the top of the page, you will see the anchor standard that we just looked at that prepares students for college and career readiness. Below, we will see what this standard looks like at each grade level. If we look at grades 11 and 12, we will see that students are expected to cite strong and thorough textual evidence to support analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as inferences drawn from the text, including determining where the text leaves matters uncertain. Now, let's look at what this standard looks like in kindergarten. In kindergarten, students are expected, with prompting and support, to ask and answer questions about key details in a text. You will be provided with a handout on the Common Core State Standards. On that handout, you will see this section. It is very important that you understand what the Common Core is and what it is not. What is Common Core? Common Core is standards that outline what a student should know and be able to do in kindergarten through 12th grade. Standards that help states and districts define academic expectations. They're rigorous standards that were designed to prepare students for college and career. They are a more balanced approach to high-quality fiction and nonfiction and reading across all content. What it is not. Common Core is not a national curriculum that dictates what content should be taught in every grade level and subject area. It is not a district, state, or national movement to implement specific textbooks or topics. It is not a watered-down version of the old standards, and it is not drastically different than the old standards, but is a narrowed focus for more in-depth learning. We would like to thank you very much for valuing your child's education and being here tonight to receive this information.